All right, day one, getting started. Gonna go for a 3-mile run. Should be about 30 to 45 minutes, nice and easy. And it's pretty easy for me to clock 10,000 steps in a day, which is about 5 miles. My watch says that I am already at 10,400 something steps. And the reason for that is because I build sheds every day. So it's super easy going from a front yard to the backyard and running circles around a shed, putting it together. But day one, 3 miles, easy run. I have customized my own personal training plan based on what I've seen from other users on Strava, other friends who have run ultras, and also based on my personal preference, I guess. First 4 weeks, I'm going to build a base. Second 4 weeks, I'm going to continue that base. So basically 2 months, the first 8 weeks is base building. And then the third month, it is going to be 4 weeks of increasing my load. And then the last 4 weeks in October, I'm going to be tapering. So that's kind of my rough idea of a plan, and my PDF little document I got. You can look in the description down below. I've got it where you can download your own and print it off if you want to, or just look at my plan just to look. And anyhow, I'm gonna start jogging. Yeah, I feel happy to be out here and enjoy running and to be moving and through the neighborhood, and I just feel happy to be out here. But then also I'm like, the cares of the world and the worries and all of that, it's like they tend to just like surface up, and this is a good way to help mellow that stuff out. It's funny how as soon as I'm like, all right, it's time for me to get going, start running, I hear thunder in the background. I'm sitting here on the couch, scrolling, social media scroll. I'm like, man, this feels terrible. I gotta get off of this, and I gotta go outside and go for a run. I gotta get out there, man. And I'll go to put my shoes on, and then I hear it. Thunder. It's all right. It's all good. I'm gonna go in a minute. It's funny how... Well, I think the thunder's in the distance, and so it's probably a good time to get out and go, because it cools things off when it sprinkles. Rain or shine. Ha! All right, I finally made it out. The rain has come and gone, and it's turned actually really beautiful. I mean, the sky is amazing. I love running underneath some beautiful skies. All right, this is day 3 of 4. I'm gonna be training for 4 days of the week. Intentional miles on my feet, since I do get unintentional miles building sheds and stuff. Like yesterday, building a pretty big shed. It took a lot of work. Moving all the walls around and putting everything in place from start to finish. From the time I got on site and left, it had been 10 hours had gone by. And gonna rehydrate with some pineapple juice as I sit and talk to you guys real quick. And but I went out this morning with some friends to go run on a trail that I'd never been on before, and it's always a delight to go and run with other people, because a lot of times you're out and I'm out and about and by myself, and so when you run with other people, it really takes your mind off yourself and what you're feeling and all that and what you're thinking, and you're able to just talk and just let loose and just enjoy the moment, enjoy the time and space. And we went out pretty hard at first, and we were gonna do a large loop, and at one part of the loop we were gonna go do an out and back, and I stopped and held back while they went out, and I waited for them to come back, and I had to withdraw because I was started feeling emotional. I was feeling scared, one, because my body was maybe not fully prepared to go out on the trail, and I was feeling scared because, you know, every time I go out on a trail, when I go out to a certain distance in the wilderness, I start to think about what ifs, and I think about what happened my first go round at Uwharrie when I had to get evacuated on mile 46, and it's kind of scary. It was a scary feeling, and so a huge part of this training is to regain that confidence. And confidence, I believe, comes from trusting the process, trusting that the investments that I'm making in my body, the time I'm putting into the effort of eating right and time on my feet, out on the trails, out on the sidewalks, or wherever, building sheds or whatever. That investment is going to help build that confidence, and that I'm trusting this process. And I'll go out for 1 mile, I gained a little confidence. Go out for another 1.5 miles, 2 miles, hey, I feel a little bit more confident. But it's not just going out for a long mile. I've run up to 30 miles, you know, between the last Uwharrie and this one. I've run long distances, but still, when I go out into a more remote place, you can tell it's hot out here. When I go out to a more remote place, I still begin to feel afraid and thinking about the what ifs. And we all feel that, don't we? I mean, who's gonna not feel that or think that, trying to explore the mysteries of the body in a remote trail? It's the unknown, and a part of that is part of the process. But at the same time, it's gaining confidence, having a surety that I can do this, I will do this, and being mindful of how I'm feeling and what I'm doing and how to do it, how to approach it, and all that. Confidence. I'm gaining confidence. So that's that. Pinkies up. All right, so last thing's last. Last thing is not first, as everybody knows. Am I really gonna say that? Yeah. Whew. Sheesh. All right, I'm on take 57. Not really. I'm just gonna do a little spinny spin in the chair. Shake things off. I think cutting on the camera sometimes it's like you can talk freely, sometimes you can't, and you just want to say something and you get jumbled with your words and you can't remember what you're gonna say, and then you're just like, oh, let me try that again. Well, and then let me also get this off my chest. I was thinking, documenting this journey and this process leading up to Uwharrie. It's like, man, I'm kind of putting myself in a corner here, putting my I guess my lifestyle or whatever on film, and I think a lot of it's just in my mind, but I say I'm gonna run 62 miles and I'm gonna do this extreme event, and then I publicize it, and then I think to myself, oh no, what if I don't do it, or what if I flake out, or what if I'm not able to accomplish it, and what if it's almost like going out on the trail, and like I explained to you yesterday, putting myself into a vulnerable situation, and I start to feel like, oh no, like do I really have what it takes? And I think turning the camera on to me in this process is kind of like, man, I'm really magnifying this, and I just released that right now. I just, I'm free. We're free. You're free. We're all free. And it's just a process. It's just a journey. We're just having fun here. We're seeing if we have what it takes. We may or may not. But we're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy the journey as we go, and we're going to document the process. I say I'm going to do 4 days a week. I may not. I may do 3. I may do 2, and I may get hurt. I may not get hurt. I'm gonna learn some lessons, and I'm gonna do my best to get humble and be humble, and I'm sure the run itself is gonna humble me, and it's just a lot to it. And I guess I've just been overthinking some things and thinking through some things. I'm just like, man, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And I'm getting very clear on my why. And that is a good thing. So I'm just going to feel free and be free and spin in my chair. All right. Anyway, I want to share with you my weekly mileage, my intentional miles and my unintentional miles. So I'm going to pull up my Strava account, and you can see right here I have 6 documented intentional miles running, 16.5 miles. And then I also want to pull up my my total steps from my Garmin app. And for the last 7 days, I have documented 51.7 miles, which is total time on my feet, which I think is extremely important for running an endurance race, is time on your feet. I think intentional miles is important, but just having time on your feet is extremely beneficial, and I get that at work. And I want to just post this, not for your sake, but for my sake, when I rewatch these videos for myself and be able to reflect and learn from the experience. And so 16 of these 51 miles were intentional runs. And so that's that. So my intention is to post one video every week. And so I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a good one.